Students, next concept is generalization and inheritance. Okay, what is meant by generalization and what is meant by inheritance? Okay, first we are going to discuss a definition. Okay, generalization is nothing but a relationship between a class and one or more variation of the class. Nothing but here class and one or more variation of class is nothing but relationship between the superclass and subclass. We know that what is mean by superclass, what is mean by subclass. In superclass, some of the attributes, some of the operation will be inherited, or all the attribute or all the operation will be inherited to subclass. Okay. Next, inheritance means each subclass has the feature of its superclass. Nothing but if subclass is there means it going to have the features of its superclass. I am going to give the example, then will come to know what is meant by generalization. Okay, yes, observe, it is the example for generalization. Generalization is nothing but the relationship between the superclass and its subclass. It is a superclass, it is a subclass. Okay, it is a superclass, it is a subclass. Okay, and here this subclass will going to inherit the all the features means attributes and operation will be all the attributes and operation will be inherited to this subclasses. Okay, this is generalization and inheritance. Okay, generalization organizes class by their similarities and different, structuring the description of object. Okay, this is also the example of the explanation for the generalization. Okay, and there can be multi-level generalization. For multi-level generalization, you can see that this is multi-level generalization. How we are going to know it is multi-level generalization? Because here you can observe that this is super class for this three subclasses. Same way here this is the super class for this, and this is the superclass for these three subclasses, and this is the superclass for these two subclasses. Like this we can explain the multi-level generalization. Okay, how we can explain? I will explain this diagram. Observe this. Okay, okay, observe here. And UML notation for the generalization is this arrow, large arrow, overheaded. Okay, this is the symbol for generalization. Which one is? This one is the symbol or UML notation for the generalization. You can observe that here this will indicates the generalization. Okay, and you can observe dimensionality is there. What is this dimensionality? Dimensionality is nothing but generalization set name. This is we are going to call it as generalization set name. Okay, it is optional. It is optional means it is not 100% you should write. Okay, it is a optional. You may not be mention it. Okay, why you are mentioning this dimensionality means ಸಪೋಸ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 1 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 3 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ನೇಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 0 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್, 1 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್, 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ and 3 dimensional also is there. Okay, but we are going to explain 0, 1 and 2 dimensional. Okay, this dimensionality nothing but generalization set name is optional. Okay, you can observe that this is one class, this is one class. Okay, here diagram, one diagram may have 0 or many number of figures. Which type of figures? It may be a 0 dimensional, 1 dimensional or 2 dimensional. Okay, it is having the attribute and the operation. These are the attributes, these are the operations of the figure. Okay, this 2 boxes we are going to call it as features. Okay, we know that superclass features will be inherited to their subclasses. So same features will be inherited to this all 3 subclasses, and these subclasses may add its own attributes or operation. This is also an optional. Okay, means ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಫೀಚರ್ಸು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ 0, 1, 2 dimensionals of subclasses may add their own attributes or own operation. Okay, this is optional, not regular. Okay, here you can see that 0 dimensional, 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional will have the same features, nothing but same attributes, same operations. Okay, but in 1 dimensional and 2 dimensional there are another attributes, another operations also added. Okay, what are the added attribute here? Orientation, file type, scale file. These are the addition of attribute and operations for the super class feature. Means ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಫೀಚರ್ಸು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಟು this is also added. Okay, same way here also this features also added along with this new attributes also added. Okay, next, this is over, this stage is over. Next, come to next stage. Here 0 dimension is there. Okay, for 0 dimension the class name is point. Okay, here the operation is display. Okay, means here display is there, same this one is inherited or mentioned. Okay, this move, select, rotate, display also will be carried to here, but specifically mention that display. Why we are mentioned display means after writing 1 dimensional figure we should display it, alva. After completion of diagram we should see the diagram, so display is very important. So we return specifically mention this display here. Okay, this is we are going to call it as overriding feature. Okay, overriding feature means although the operation present in the superclass we are going to mention the same operation in the subclasses. Okay, that is we are going to call it as overriding feature or overriding operation. Okay, next come to one dimensional array. There are three types of subclasses. One is line, arc, spline. Okay, and along with these features and these features, these subclasses also add their own features like attributes. Okay, here attribute is endpoint. Okay, display operation means overridden feature. Okay, here radius, start angle, arc angle, and these are the attribute. Display is an overridden operation. Okay, next control pads and display. These are the addition features to the present features. Okay, features is nothing but attributes and operation. This is end of one dimensional. Two dimensional polygon circle. Okay, here the addition attribute is number of sides vertex. Okay, this is attribute. Display is overriding operation, nothing but it is very important, that is written here. Okay, next diameter is the special means addition attributes for the circle. Okay, and display rotate is the two operations, special operations or addition operation for the present operation. Okay, here you can see that UML notation for denoting generalization is large hollow over headed. This is the UML notation for the generalization. So here 0, 1, 2 dimensional are the subclasses for the figure. Okay, same way here point is subclasses to 0 dimension. Okay, here line, arc, subline are the subclasses for the one dimensional. Okay, same way polygon, circle are the subclasses for the 2 dimensions. Okay, this is the example for generalization and inheritance. Okay, what is the importance of generalization is support for the polymorphism, structure the description of objects, enable reuse of codes. Okay, we know that what is mean by polymorphism means one operation, same operation can be done in many ways. Okay, means same operation will be act differently for the different classes. Okay, and that is polymorphism. So using generalization, it going to support the polymorphism. Next one is structure the description of object. Nothing but structure the description of object is nothing but we are going to classify the objects, means we are going to organize the objects on the basis of their similarities and differences. Means based on the similarities and differences we are going to organize the objects. Okay, that is structure the description of object. Next, enable reuse of code. Means reusing is more protective than repeatedly writing code from scratch. Means every time same code is repeating means we should not write again and again the same code from the start. Okay, to overcome that we can use the same code. Okay, how we can use the same code? There is a set of rules to reuse the code. Okay, that can be supported by generalization. Okay, so the generalization will going to help for the reuse of codes. Okay, these are the use of generalization. Next, overriding features. What is mean by overriding features? Nothing but a subclass may override the superclass feature by defining a feature with the same name. ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಯರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸೂಪರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಓವರ್ ರೈಡಿಂಗ್ feature. Means even though the operation or attribute present in the superclass, we are going to overriding the feature. Means attribute or operation. Means overriding means again you are writing in the subclasses or you are going to mention in the subclasses. Okay, that is overriding features. Okay, why we are going to do like this? Means refines and replace subclass feature superclass feature. Means here superclass feature also same, subclass feature also same. We know that because subclass will inherit the features of all the features of superclass alwa. So we are not going to mention again and again in the subclass when you are going to mention, because when it is more important then you are going to overriding the feature. Nothing but here display is very important, so we return the display again and again. Okay, another example I am going to show here. Okay, this is example for generalization and inheritance and overriding feature. Okay, this is superclass. These three are subclass because we can see that we use the UML notation of generalization. Means these three subclasses are inherited from the superclass. Means vehicle is the superclass, tank, truck, crane are the subclasses of vehicle, because you know that engine, door, wheel, displacement. Okay, this all will be carried to here also, here also, here also. But some addition feature can be or attribute can be added by the subclass. Means gun, cap, known, box, jack, these are the special attribute for their own. Means for tank these are the special attributes, box is the special for trunk, jack is the special for crane. But these attributes also will be carried to here. To this addition this 2 year, this 1 year, this 1 year. Okay, but here you can observe that next move, it is the operation. Okay, move is the operation. This is also carried to year, and special operation is fair, but move is written here. Here, this is a overriding feature, means it is very important. Here mention also we again written here. So this is we are going to correct as overriding feature. Okay. Next, here we are not written move. Here also we are not written move. Means when you are going to mention same operation again in the subclass, this is overriding feature. Why overriding feature is override feature is very important to specify behavior that depends on subclasses to tighten the specification of the feature and the to improve the performance. To for this reason, the overriding feature or override feature is very important. Okay, this is enough for today. In coming class, I am going to explain one simple class model, means one big generalization inheritance figure is there. I am going to explain in next class. Okay, that figure is asked in exam for 10 marks. Okay, I am going to explain that in next video. Okay, thank you.